your children's school fee is due, don't bring money to church. Don't sell your children's future. Don't mortgage your children's future. That's one thing about religion. It puts you under rules. Religion puts you into slavery. If you don't pay tithe, God will not bless you. Then you start struggling. You start struggling to pay tithe. Whereas your children's school fee is due. Then the devil will deceive you. First do my own. Then the church school fee has to go and wait. You can't do my own. Is it God that need money or church? I want to let you know, if your children's school fee is due, don't bring money to church. Don't sell your children's future. Don't mortgage your children's future. You are cursed with a curse. They've given you the mindset of curse. So on Monday when you go to shop, somebody come buy from you. You don't know where you place the money. Then your heart go to condemnation. It's because I don't pay tithes. That is how manipulation comes. That's how it comes.
The born again man is the most dangerous man on the earth. Kabayada. The most dangerous man is a man that is born again and knows what it means to be born again. If a man that is born again mistakenly enters hell, he will quench the fire. The entire fires of hell will be quenched. Let me tell you, if a born again man enters hell, he will turn it to heaven. Metalaba, the most dangerous man on the planet, is a man that is born again and knows what it means to be born again. The reason why you think a believer can go to hell is because you don't know what it means to be born again.
Thank you, my daddy in the Lord, Pastor Bayo Oluwayemi. You are really that bright light in the dark. Thank you. You know, society is made up of so many people, and no matter how bad things are going, there will be one person who would not go along with the narrative. There will be one person who will want to break away from the norms and customs and traditions. There is always one person who will come and see that what others are doing is not right and we want to set the record straight. So I thank God for Pastor Bayo Oluwayemi. He has been a breath of fresh air in these very troubling times. Like he said, everything is a mindset. Everything is a mindset. You know, they need to control your thoughts. They need to put you under fear. You know, there's this saying, right? People respond obediently when they are under threat. When there is a sense of danger, people rally behind a leader. So the leaders, they understand this very well. Then in order for the people to be more obedient, in order for them to toe the line, in order for them not to break out of the line, they have to be bombarded with constant fear tactics. That is what some men of God are doing. AKA Apostle Michael Ogbo. He is commander-in-chief in fear-mongering. That's all what he does. Always instilling or always talking about one demonic force to the other. And that is what most of them do, to be honest. That is what most of them do. They come on air and they spread danger. And you know, as spiritual being whom we are, when we hear something that is of the spirit realm, we start panicking. We start shivering. And we start looking for solutions. And I ask people all the time, for how long have we been fasting and praying and believing in God and hoping for signs and wonders. And how much have your own life changed? How much have your community changed? Because if I were to speak out of my own experience, my community has gotten worse than it were before. Things are way more worse than they had ever been. The level of joblessness is over the roof. The bad condition of infrastructures can be visible from 100 meters away. The level of insecurity is something that no one can even comprehend. And do you know what has happened within all this time? A few pastors have gotten super rich. A few politicians have gotten extremely rich, while the vast majority of the people cannot even afford daily bread. This is how horrible things have become. And many of you will say, well, if things are this bad, should we really blame preachers for all this? Isn't this the fault of politicians? Isn't it because politicians are not doing their job, and that is why things have just totally gotten out of control? That question is a legitimate one, and you are correct to ask the question. But I always try to make this very clear to people. The church and politics are not as separate as you might think. There is so much entanglement between your man of God and politicians. There is so much entanglement between them. Now, you might not know, or you might just refuse to admit this. Either way, the truth is there is so much entanglement between these two people. The politicians make laws that favors the pastors and their congregation. And the pastors tell the people to be obedient, to look up to God, to trust God as a father who will take care of them, to leave all their worries to the Lord. That the Lord, in his infinite mercy, will come to their rescue. That they shouldn't worry about things of the world. At the end of the day, it is all vanity upon vanity. That's what they will say. They will say, it is all vanity upon vanity. So do not worry yourself too much about all these worldly things. That's what they will say. So if you have a spiritual father who tells you not to stand up for what is yours, not to stand up against people who are abusing the system, but to pray to an imaginary entity to come to rescue you, what are those people indirectly doing? What kind of consciousness are they building in the minds of their followers? Isn't it said in the Bible that evil prevails when good men did nothing? When good men sat there and watched evil run wild? Isn't it? So, that is why I have always said that your preachers, your men of God, are not as innocent as you might think. As far as I'm concerned, they are all guilty. They are all manipulating us. They have teamed up with the politicians to suppress us. And you might believe it. You might not believe it. That's your own prerogative. It's all on you. But you should ask yourself this question. And please, do reflect a little bit on it before you respond. If these preachers were really out here just, having our interests at heart, and they are seeing how poorly things have become and how difficult it has become for the average person to have bread to eat, wouldn't they have done something, or shouldn't they do something? Shouldn't they be more proactive? Shouldn't they get involved in solving problems in our society? Not just praying, but actually be proactive. Go into the street, rally up the people, unite the people, and push the hand of government into action. Shouldn't they? I'm just mainly asking the question. Shouldn't they? Let us hear what you have to say in the comment section below. Because like always, we love hearing what is in your mind. Please like the video, share the video, follow us on Facebook, and also subscribe to this channel. That helps us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. Thanks for the love and support, and like always, see you in the next one.